I'm gonna take a swig of my coffee. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So what's up? I'm super excited to be bringing a sit-down video to you today. If you're new here, hey, what's up? Hello, my name is Gabby. I am a full-time PhD student at NYU. I'm studying pharmacology, but I'm also a life and style content creator on the side, which means I make videos for YouTube, mostly daily vlogs, weekly vlogs, try-on hauls, that kind of thing. I also have a blog, so you should check that out. It's always linked in the description box. So this video is going to be a little bit different from what I usually do, but I'm so excited for it because I've been wanting to do a video like this for such a long time, but I just felt like I just could not do the genre justice, you know, because I feel like there's just so many good cooks on YouTube, and I just definitely would not classify myself as that at all. But it's a big goal of mine to cook more in my apartment and buy my own food and make just delicious meals. So this video, as you can probably tell from the title, is going to be a what I eat in a week quarantine edition, because when I'm filming this video we are in the safer at home social distancing period here in New York City, as well as other places across the country, which honestly has been great for devoting time to cooking my own meals, and I've really tried to take advantage of that. So yeah, and I've kind of just been, you know, taking classes online, Zooming, and doing a lot of FaceTime. So I'm hanging in there. It's kind of tough. I am in my apartment by myself, which is fine. I'm fine. Everything's cool. So a couple of things before I get started into this video. One, you should hit that subscribe button if you like this video and want to see more from me. I have some quarantine videos coming. I've been trying to vlog really hard, but I can't vlog more than like 2 days because I just feel like I'm getting the same content over and over again. But yeah, we're trying that, so hopefully there'll be a quarantine vlog coming at you. Yeah, so I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a psychologist, so you're gonna have to take all of this not even with a grain of salt. Like, I'm literally just showing you meals that I make that are easy, taste good, and are nutritious. Those are like my big things when it comes to food in general, is just having a positive relationship with it, and that the food that you put in your body, you're gonna want it to be nutritious, you're gonna want it to taste good, and you're gonna wanna, you know, make cooking fun. So yeah, that's kind of my approach. What else? Also, I don't have a ton of dietary restrictions personally. I don't eat red meat at home because I'm scared to cook it, which sounds silly, but it's the truth, you know? And yeah, so I think that's all of my stuff that I wanted to say before we get started. I did post a blog post either before this or up with it that has all of the recipe cards for the things that I make in this video, or and some other things as well, so you should check that out. It's always linked in the description box. Yeah, give this video a big thumbs up if I should do more of them. I have nothing but time. Just kidding, I'm taking 2 classes and I have to write a whole grant. Love that. PhD life, baby. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with the video. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I started this video on a Sunday. So that Sunday I woke up, it was, you know, it was a day for cleaning and FaceTiming and just hanging out, chilling out, getting ready for the school week. So yeah, I started the day with a oat milk latte. What I don't like about the Trader Joe's oat milk is that it doesn't froth in my frother from my Keurig frother. I don't know why, but yeah, that's something to keep in mind for the oat milk from Trader Joe's. But yeah, so for breakfast that morning, I just had a slice of the very delicious banana nut chocolate chip loaf that I made. I'll link the recipe that I adapted, but it was so moist, so like sweet, crunchy. It baked really well, and I like I've never made banana bread before from scratch, so I was you know, just experimenting. But it was super good. I don't have clips from that for this video, but I did have a slice of that and it was super yummy. And then I paired that with some berries. So I just had some raspberries and blackberries, which I pretty much always have in my refrigerator. They were super sweet and refreshing and went very nicely with my banana nut bread. So after I finished FaceTiming my gals, Michelle and Aline, I made a delicious barbecue chicken grilled cheese sandwich. So good. I didn't get any clips of this because I kind of forgot that I was starting this video, but I had some barbecue chicken, which I will show you how to make later in this video, and I put that on just like a normal whole wheat loaf, and put 2 slices of pepper jack cheese, melted that in a frying pan, put the chicken on there, slapped it together. It was gooey and cheesy and oof, so delicious. I call this a comfort meal because it is not healthy, but it tastes real dang good. And that's that on that. All right, so on Monday I started off the day with just like some super filling, very healthy tasting oatmeal. I love oatmeal, it's so good. So basically what I do, it's super simple. I use like instant oats pretty much, and you do a half cup of instant oats, a cup of water. But before you put in the water, and I did this backwards in the video, but you put your oats in. I do cinnamon, just a heaping, you know, just by eye. You just see like how cinnamony do I want it today. You do some cinnamon, and in this video I didn't have brown sugar yet, so I just did like regular granulated sugar, and you mix that all up, and then you add your water, slide that into the microwave for a minute, mix it up. It is chef's kiss, literally so good. And then this day I topped it with some shaved, I don't actually know if they're shaved or chopped, almonds and some Honeycrisp apples that I diced up, and some chia seeds and some almond butter as well, and it was so good. And then I pretty much always have a coffee in the morning. I use the caramel espresso roast from from Caribou Coffee, and it's just super yummy. And I make that into a latte or cappuccino, or just do like black drift coffee with a little bit of creamer in it. So yeah, I think this day I made a latte, and I used almond milk, and that frosts a lot better, so it just made a really nice foam, and we love to see it. All right, so for lunch that day I actually made some Brussels sprouts, which I still felt like I didn't like, but apparently that was just when I was a child. So I made some Brussels sprouts. I cut them in halves, and I seasoned them with olive oil, some sea salt, and some 21 seasoning salute from Trader Joe's. Mix that all up with my hands, got them a little dirty, you know. You gotta do it in the kitchen sometimes. You just gotta get a little dirty, you know. Yeah, so then I put them on a baking sheet. I actually did this backwards in the clip, but I realized pretty quickly that they should be like flat side down when you roast them, and they should have enough space to breathe so that they don't steam, they roast. You get this really nice like charred color, and they're just so crispy. Pair this with some baked chicken that I had, some sweet potatoes, and some basmati rice, and also topped it with the Trader Joe's green goddess dressing, and oof, we love a bowl. We love a bowl. Yeah, so for dinner I made a pesto chicken quinoa dish, and it was super yummy. This was just the day of like trying new things. I don't really eat quinoa that much, but put that on the stove, let it get to a boil. You just follow the instructions on the package. While that was happening, you know, because it takes a long time to boil, I cut up some tomatoes, cut up some of that baked chicken, and I just got that a little warm in the frying pan. I also put mushrooms in this. Once the quinoa was to a boil, I also turned that down to low and let it cook up and absorb all that water. I sauteed some mushrooms and onions And yeah, also sauteed a little bit of tomato for a little bit. So I don't like it to be hard, but I don't want it to be too soft, so like getting them nice and ready. And then I added that into the quinoa once it was ready with like a 1/4 cup of pesto. You know, honestly, I really think that I outdid myself. It was very tasty. I'm actually not really sure how healthy like pesto is, but tasted good. Also put a little mozzarella cheese on that bad boy. Gooey cheesiness, love it. All right, so on Tuesday, I just had some drip coffee. Breakfast was super simple. It was just scrambled eggs with some berries, which is like one of my go-tos. It's just so easy. It takes like 5 minutes. Yeah. Then for lunch, I did another bowl situation, but instead of chicken, I did a turkey burger, half a turkey burger. So I just cooked that up in a frying pan on the stovetop, cut it in half, added it into the bowl. It's yummy. Used some of those Brussels sprouts and the rest of the sweet potato that I had left over. And then for dinner, I just had the leftover quinoa pesto dish that I made. So on Wednesday, I made a smoothie bowl, because it was put into a bowl. It had frozen banana, frozen mango, frozen raspberries and blackberries, a little bit of almond butter Chobani yogurt, and some either oat milk or almond milk, I don't remember. And then I blended that with my NutriBullet. Love it. You should get one if you don't have one. It is so compact. It's great for small kitchens. I love it. Once that was all blended up, I put it into a bowl, topped it with my favorite almond butter granola from Trader Joe's. It's super yummy. It did some more raspberries, some more blackberries, chia seeds, and that was the bowl. It was super good. Ate that in the morning. Honestly, very filling, and I don't remember if I ate lunch, but we'll see in a second. So around noon, I had an iced coffee. I usually have my coffee much earlier than this, so I'm not really sure why I waited so late. But yeah, and then for, I guess, lunch technically, because it was noon, but honestly it was more of a snack, I had another slice of my banana nut chocolate chip loaf, and I'm pretty sure that was the end of it, but it was so good. I love it. Definitely recommend making some banana bread like all of the other basic girls on your Instagram feed. Okay, so for dinner on Wednesday, since I didn't have really a lunch, I wanted to have something that was more filling and substantial for dinner. So I ended up having my one pot creamy pasta, but instead of penne, I did spinach. And I don't remember what kind of cheese is in the filling, but it's the spinach tortellini from Trader Joe's. Yeah, so I season it with pepper, garlic powder, sea salt. I also cook my meat, which was ground turkey in this case, with a little bit of scallions, the white scallions. So what I do when I'm making this pasta dish is I boil whatever pasta I'm eating in a 2-to-1 mixture of, so 2 parts heavy whipping cream and 1 part chicken broth, and it just gives it so much flavor and just like this creamy consistency. It's so good. I end up boiling it, I don't know, so you bring it to a boil with the pasta in it, and then you turn it down to low and let it simmer until all of the moisture is wicked out of it, and it's just like this thick creamy sauce. It honestly depends on a lot of things. It depends on how much pasta you're cooking. It depends on how hot your stove gets, but I think I end up boiling it for around 20 minutes to get it to the consistency I want. So around the like 10-15 minute mark, I saute whatever vegetables I'm putting in. Usually I do mushrooms and tomatoes and spinach in my pasta dish for this, but I think I was out of mushrooms, so I just did tomatoes and spinach. And it's chef's kiss again. Love it. Super yummy. So yeah, so once it's pretty much done simmering, I add in all of the veggies and just mix that up and let that just warm and get the flavors that we want, and I season that some more with some garlic powder, salt, and pepper. I think that brings us to Thursday. Thursday I'm done with classes for the week, so I'm really just chilling, reading, writing my grants, working on the blog slash YouTube. So I started the day with another cup of coffee, just like a black cup coffee, and then I made another egg scramble, but this time I put cheese in it, some pepper jack cheese. I just scrambled that up, and I paired it with some Honeycrisp apple slices from earlier in the week and put some almond butter on that as well. Yeah, I also didn't say this before, but if at any point you think I like probably like skipped a long period of time without eating, like if I went from breakfast to dinner, I probably snacked in between that, and I didn't always get clips of that because I just skipped my mind. But I'm usually like you know, eating like fruits, like clementines or sliced strawberries, or like my raspberries and blackberries, doing that with like yogurt or granola. Honestly, sometimes you just want some Cheez-Its. So I have Cheez-Its sometimes. What else? I have like Fig Newtons when I really need like a really like sometimes, you know, you just have those like weird cravings, and for me that's Fig Newtons, so sometimes I have those. But yeah, on Thursday I had a clementine as a morning snack, which was very yummy. And then I made some blondies because we love panic baking in this house. So that has all of the normal baking ingredients that you would find in a blondie. I will put the recipe that I use down below. Yeah, they were super good, like so chewy, buttery. I just wish that I had some vanilla ice cream, because whew, that would have been slamming. But they were very good, and I will make them again. So there's that. And then I just had the rest of my one pot pasta for dinner. So yeah, so I like this because pretty much my schedule is that I like spend a lot of time cooking a dish one night and then have the leftovers the next night. So it's really like I'm just cooking a bigger meal, or I'm just spending a lot more time cooking every other day. And then my lunches don't typically take me that long, so I make something new every day, but I tend to like reuse pieces from the day before to make something. So yeah, and I think that brings us to Friday. So Friday, gosh, it's like 2 days ago and I already forgot what I did. I started off the day with an almond milk latte again. We love a froth, you know, we love a steamed milk. But I also had oatmeal again. This time I did have a little bit of light brown sugar, and it made such a difference. Instead of apples, I actually did bananas. So yeah, that was good. Still had some chia seeds, but yeah, and almond butter. So it's a almond butter and banana oatmeal. For lunch, I think I just used whatever leftovers I had that I didn't really know what to do with. So that would have been my Brussels sprouts that I had left over, the other half of the turkey burger, the quinoa, and a little bit of that green goddess dressing that we love. Threw that in a bowl, made it work. I love like just like grain bowls. My friend Aline actually just did a what she eats in a day video where she pretty much breaks down how to make a really bomb like grain bowl salad thing. So I would check that video out for more in depth, but honestly it's just like putting random vegetables and greens and a grain in there and you've got a bowl that works. So that night I actually made some chicken fajitas, which I love. So my baked chicken that I've, you know, never really made in my apartment before, but I like to take either chicken tenderloins or a chicken breast, and if it's a chicken breast I chop that into like thin slices, and I put it into this marinade that has 2 tablespoons olive oil, like a heaping of 21 seasoning salute from Trader Joe's, garlic powder, salt and pepper, and I massage that in to the chicken, and I let that sit in the fridge for like 2 to 4 hours, and it just gets like this flavor into the chicken. I don't even know how to describe it. It just tastes a lot better. And then after that, I take it out and I put it into my little, like, what are those things called? Casserole dish things that I use to bring my lunches to work when work was a concept. Not, it's still a concept, but like leaving for work was a concept, which I love. I got them on Amazon. They're like the perfect little containers, but they are oven safe, which is nice. So I put like half of the chicken into one and half of it into the other. So one I just used for my fajitas. So I just added in some taco seasoning, baked those up. They were super yummy. Sauteed them to get them a little crisp, and then use that in the fajitas. And then on the other side, I used some barbecue sauce from Trader Joe's, the Kansas City style. So you bake them for 20 minutes with no additional seasoning, just the like marinade that we used. You take them out, you add whatever other seasonings that you want. So I add the barbecue sauce in, and then I put them back in the oven and cook them for 10 more minutes. And then you don't, like the recipe that I was adapting for this didn't shred the chicken. They just ate them as like chicken tenders. But I actually, when I take them out after the 20 minutes, I shred all of them. So it also helps me to make sure that I cook all of my chicken all the way through, but I shred them and then I add the sauce and then I mix it all up. Then I put it back in the oven, cook it for 10 minutes, and it is just so barbecuey. It's so good, you know, we love it. Yeah, so for the fajitas, I did the whole chicken bit. While that was cooking up, I took some frozen green bell pepper and red bell pepper and cooked that up in the frying pan, which is like oil. Seasoned it with some taco seasoning from Trader Joe's, salt and pepper. That was super good. Added in the chicken and used that as a filling, and then I topped it with a Mexican cheese mixture, I think is from Trader Joe's, and then some more of that Green Goddess dressing that we love. Frankly, it's the only dressing I have right now, so it pretty much gets used on everything. For this, you could also add some salsa, you could do avocado, do a whole host of things, you know? Yeah, and that brings us to Saturday, the last day of the week. Super exciting. It was warm, it was sunny, and you know, I made my bed. Turned on some tunes, some Aretha Franklin. I love it. There's just something about 60s music that makes me want to cook. So I actually made some pancakes. They were chocolate chip pancakes. Added some bananas on top, some syrup. Very good. I pretty much watched Downton Abbey all day. I don't really know why, frankly, but you know, it's something that happened. So while I was watching Downton Abbey, I actually made a fruit bowl for a snack that day. And I do remember aimlessly, well, the fruit cup had clementines and strawberries I sliced up, but I distinctly remember yesterday that I aimlessly ate a lot of Cheez-Its. So that was not pictured, but did in fact occur. Yeah, and I also skipped lunch, which is probably, instead of eating lunch, I ate the Cheez-Its, which is not great, but you know, we all have those days, you know? For dinner, I had the rest of my chicken fajita filling on a whole wheat wrap. It was very good. Had some more of that Green Goddess dressing, some more cheese. You know, it was very flavorful. It was very good. Yeah, and then I ended the night watching Hitch with my gals on Netflix party. It was very fun. If you haven't watched Hitch, I definitely recommend. It's one of Will Smith's best movies. Don't at me. That was a week of meals and cooking and quarantine life, and you love to see it. Yeah, so I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you found some easy recipes / ideas of things to make that you haven't made in a while, or that you are interested in making now. I don't know. Yeah, if you want to leave a comment down below what you've been cooking and making. I'm always looking for new suggestions, things to try. Yeah, like I said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a big thumbs up if you'd like to see it more in the future. I am totally down to, you know, film more of it. yeah, that was my video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you guys are all staying safe in this crazy time. If you need anyone to chat to, please feel free to DM me. I am just trying to make it every day, one day at a time. And yeah, I will catch y'all in the next video.